Okay, so hey, what's up guys, this is your friend Captain Diaz back with another smartphone overview, and in this time around we are talking about the Vivo's X90 series, and this are kind of say, a big upgrade in compared with the Vivo X80, X70 also. It looks kind of great, and wanna talk about each and everything in this today's video, so without any further ado, let's quickly get started. Let's start off with the Vivo X90. This guy is rocking itself with the AMOLED 120Hz display, and it is having support for the HD and N+2 6.7 inches of display there, which is kind of a really nice thing. About the operating system, then this guy is rocking itself with the Android 13 out of the box, which is kind of a really nice thing. FunTouch OS is there, which is again a really nice thing. FunTouch OS for the global market and Origin OS for the China. Talking about the processor, it is rocking itself with the mediatek Dimensity 9200 4nm based 5G processor, and it is having a ARMS GPU, which is kind of a really powerful and sufficient for this device. Talking about the battery, then this guy is rocking itself with a 4810 mAh polyethylene battery, and it is having a Type-C 2.0 port for the charging, and there is a big massive power adapter inside the box. And it is also having the reverse wired charging for this, so you can if you want to. About the colors, this guys are kind of say in terms of the design, they know how to tweak it, but sometimes they are in ugly style, but not this time. Black, red and blue, this three of the colors looks fantastic. Red color looks a lot type or small a lot into a shade of a velvet, and the blue color, simple. Even the black, simple, classic. Talking about the storage and the RAM, this guy is rocking itself with the 8 GB of RAM with a 128 GB, and that version is having a UFS 3.1 storage, and all of our options are having the UFS 4.0. That is 12 to 56, 12, 5 and 2, and yeah, it's kind of a really nice thing. 4.0 UFS storage. If you are going to buy this phone, I would highly recommend go ahead with the 256 GB. It's gonna be really nice for each and every phone on these devices. Now let's talk about the triple camera setup. Yes, this guy is rocking itself with the three cameras, 50 plus 12 plus 12. 50 megapixel OIS f1.9 wide sensor, 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor f2.0, 12 megapixel telephoto sensor is there, f2.4 aperture, 2.0 aperture basically. Talking about the video recording, 4K and 1080p both can be easily recorded. The camera for the front side, a 32 megapixel sensor is there, the wide aperture, a wide sensor basically it is, and it is having a f2.5 aperture. 4K and 1080p both can be recorded. About the Vivo X90 Pro. Then this guy is having some couple of changes in compared with the X90. This guy is rocking itself with a 4870 mAh battery, and in compared with the 4810, slightly ups. And yeah, the camera also has been upgraded with a 50.3 megapixel wide sensor f1.8 aperture is there, and 50 megapixel telephoto sensor has came up, and it is both are having the OIS. And kind of a say the UFS storage, kind of a say the storage has also upgraded with the UFS 4.0 for each and every storage options available, which is kind of a really nice thing. Let's talk about the Pro Plus, the kind of a say the king, and this guy is Pro and even Pro in compared with the Vivo X90 Pro. Let's talk about that. The display, LTPO4 AMOLED 120Hz 6.7 inch of display is there. Again, it is having a HDR support too, so nice. Talking about the processor, then it is having the Snapdragon's latest and the greatest. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is the 4nm based processor, 5G capabilities is there, and Adreno 730 GPU is there. The another big upgrade is in the battery, and kind of say slightly ups and downs are there. 4700 mAh with the positive battery, 80 watt of power adapter inside the box, and a 50 watt of wireless charging is there. Kind of a very interesting. Talking about the fingerprint scanner, this guy is having the ultrasonic in compared with those are having the optical, which is kind of a normal. Ultrasonic is ahead of the generation in compared with the optical. Now let's talk about the kind of the big highlight of this Vivo X90 Pro Plus. These guys are basically having a quad camera setup X90 Pro Plus, and it is having two new sensors. Wide sensor is same 50.3 megapixel, and ultra telephoto sensor is same 50 megapixel. And talking about the another sensor, 64 megapixel periscope telephoto sensor is there, and it is having the OIS and kind of say f3.5 aperture is there. Talking about the another kind of say the big camera, 48 megapixel ultra wide sensor f2.2 aperture is there, 8K 30 FPS, 1080p, 4K, everything can be recorded. Let's talk about these devices. They are perfect in their own range. So the cameras, the kind of the big highlight we're gonna talk about that. Keeping that aside, the design, the kind of the most highly created design is on these devices. Vivo's X90 series. They look perfect. They even have a lot of sense in terms of the cameras, not in design basically, but they have a lot of sense in terms of the design. And yeah, it looks a lot heavier, but I don't know how it feels in the hand. But Vivo X series is kind of a say their flagship tire, and they have their design tone kind of a say slimmer, and it feels kind of up in the tire in compared with the other smartphones. And yeah, talking about the Vivo X90s, X90 basically. See, if you are going and your budget is kind of really tight, and that phone is in their budget, and you are don't have any option, then only go ahead. If you have a budget, then go ahead with the X90 Pro Plus. Why? I'm gonna talk about it. Not even X90 Pro, because these two devices aren't making a lot of sense. That X90 Pro Plus is kind of taking that Pro Plus name ahead a lot in the air, and the Pro is only a Pro. But yeah, the power adapter is there inside the box, which is kind of the 120 watt, which makes a lot of sense for a lot of users. So it depends on how you use. Anyways, the cameras are kind of really nice in two of the smartphones, X90 and X90 Pro. Both are having a kind of really nice camera setup and perfect in their own way. OIS is there, yes, really nice thing. And even the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is the latest and the greatest. And we're gonna talk about the processor, so wait for it. And these cameras are kind of taking that leap to another level on this X90 and X90 Pro. But it takes to the another level in terms of the specifications, the X90 Pro Plus. It is having the perfect and kind of really good looking camera. 64 megapixel periscope telephoto, 48 megapixel ultra wide sensor is there. That too is only enough for the kind of taking it to the another level. But kind of if they have added that 1080p 120 fps, then it's gonna be really nice. Only 60 is kind of okay, but 120 fps gonna be taking it to the next level. Talking about the processors, they have used the latest and the greatest from both of the kind of the processor giants, mediatek and the snapdragon. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is there, 4 nanometer based. mediatek Dimensity 9200 is there, 4 nanometer based. Easily you can throw at any games, it's gonna be running smoothly. But these are for focusing on the cameras, so the performance is gonna be optimizing in its own way. But yeah, Vivo is doing its best. And there is, if you are more into the gaming, then Vivo has iQOO, you can grab that devices. And yeah, in drawbacks, kind of say that is a slightly drawback for the non-pros, non-pro plus models. So I think if they change a lot in a different sector, then it might be changing a lot of in their own opinion, and aggressively priced, then it's gonna be, aggressively budgety type price, then it's gonna be nicer basically. So yeah, you're watching Kairos India. Let me know in the comment section down below what do you think about this Vivo's X90 series. And this was Captain India's. Like, share, subscribe. Gonna be appreciating our work. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected. Peace out.